Today is April 19, 2023. My name is Adolfo Romero, and I'm here today with my colleague,
Vasilios Kosmakos.
and we're here on behalf of the Samuel Proctor Oral History Program at the University of Florida. And today, who do I have the pleasure to be interviewing today? What is your name, sir?
José Rodríguez.
All right, Jose. Well, thank you for making time today to be with us here today. So before we dive into the processes and everything about what's happening, where we're standing at, people might be asking what's going on here in the background. Can you tell us a little bit where we're at?
We are here in a back deck, what we call back deck. And you see all those, we call rims or baskets. So it's where we will put the crabs when they deliver coming for the boats or for the truck.
Okay. All right, Jose. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, and how did you end up here, where we're currently at?
Okay, I'm from Mexico, and I come to this place working in seafood. I started in 92, working in North Carolina, and then coming to here, Virginia. And I'm with this company from 95 to right now.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your family? Do you have family in Mexico, or is all your family there, or they're here?
Oh, they're in California.
Good.
And all the family, if I got is right now in California. There is nothing in Mexico like family.
Okay.
Only my mom's sisters down there, one, and all my family, brothers and cousins here in California.
And what do your family do? What do they work at?
Well, in California, we was working in packing fruit like orange or grapefruit. I think it's similar like Florida, and that's all the business. Me is those. It's like workers. We come in here and work those factories in there, and we got a piece of lamb in Mexico. We grown beans, chickpeas, and corn.
Okay. My next question is, what did you do before this job? Before this job, where did you start when you first arrived here?
It's a company, the grapefruit. It's called Blue Banner.
Okay.
In California is where I started when I was 18 years old. I worked for them like 3 seasons, and then I get married in 92 with my wife. She was a picker
Mm-hmm.
and picking crabs.
Right.
So it's what I get into the seafood because
Okay.
my wife, she was a picker.
Okay. When you first arrived here, did you arrive through the H2A program, H2B, or how?
No.
You.
I was getting for my mom
Okay.
those papers.
Yeah.
And my wife, she came for H2B.
Okay.
And I get a resident and I get a American citizen, and I fix those papers for my wife. I asked for it.
Okay. So now that you're working here, can you tell me a little bit about what is your position, where we're currently at? What do you do here? What is your title?
I'm a plant manager.
Okay, plan.
And when I start here is what I come in here. They ask me if any times I come and work for a seafood, they open the door for me here. So when I started here, I started with a plant manager, and I start bringing people from Mexico with H2B.
Okay, now that you've been here for this many years, it's been a very long time. For you, where is home? What is home to you? Is it here in the U.S.? Is it still Mexico, or in your mind?
This is my house. This is the United States, my country now. I'm been here for the 16. I was 16 years old. I'm 53 right now. So 32 years in the United States.
Wow, impressive.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Very impressive.
And but I got my kids here. I got 3 kids. One is in college, and the older is married, and I got 1 kid fifth year.
Okay. How was your journey when you first arrived in this region? Did you feel lost? Did you feel like, what am I going to do? How was that experience?
When the first time when I come in here for the seafood, I came to North Carolina. I tell you, I know the crabs because when I was in Mexico, I see it.
Okay.
But I don't know how was the war was it. So when I came in here and I started working with that company, I said, what is this? It's a lot of crabs, and it's a process how to work. and it was hard, and we was working 18 hours a day in that time,
Okay.
and I never see the crab me in a factory working with the crabs. That was my first time.
That was your first time.
Yep.
Okay. What does a typical year look like to you for you now? How does it look where you're working? How does that? Could you run us down with that information? How does a year look like for you?
Well, we see when I come in here, we started with the good years with our crabs. Right now, we're going lower and lower. And last year was a good year. This year we just started, and they say start coming the crabs. So I don't know how it's going to be this year because still we don't got no people for work for us right now, and we're waiting for the next month and see what's we're gonna bring people coming work. So and then we see.
Can you tell me a little bit about that process? How does it look like from that end? You have to manage all these people coming in, and they're coming in through the H2A program.
H2B.
H2B program. Can you tell me a little bit about the H2B program and what are some restrictions, some challenges that you face through that?
Well, those people who they come in here is a place in Mexico where they got a plant houses in there, so they when they come in here they already know what to do, and I got a people down there who when I tell hey we're gonna need some people, so they put a list and they ask the people that want to come, and they want to come, and they will put a group together and bring it here when we got with the visas. We don't got nothing, so they wait.
Where do they usually stay at when they first arrive? The new groups coming in, where do they stay?
People, we got already 27, 28 years where we bring these people. Some people they already got a house in here, be a trailer where they live.
Okay.
They got boyfriends,
Okay.
and they find their own place to live, and we got a place too where we can put her to.
Okay. Are there any challenges because of that?
Well, before when we was bring these people, we was they was coming in here and they pay the transportation. Right now we got probably like maybe 6, 7 years or more. The company pay everything, pay for all the way to where they live to here, with transportation, the visa, passports, food when they come and eat. Just only bring that receipt, and all the way to here.
And usually when people are coming in through the program, do you get the same people to return again, or do
Yeah,
you guys hire different people?
No,
every
we get the
season?
same people
So
every
they're
year.
faithful to
Same
the
people. Sometimes like is when these people got a family down there. They marry, they got kids. The most people is women, the ones they come. And I tell when they come, they got to put his money together so they can keep those kids and they go to school, better school. And so they leave the husband over there. The husband take care of the kids like a family. And so when they every year they come in here, and sometimes they got a problem because I tell when I go on Christmas and December, I make a big meeting for them, so the way we see what is gonna happen for the next year. So some people they tell me they don't want to come, not because they don't like the work or the way we treated them, because I try to do the best we can for them. And but those people sound I got like already 3 or 4 years. I got people who they tell me I cannot go because I got a problem with my kids and the school. Those kids they already 12, 13 years, 14 years old. That's the way they not so well in the school, so they stay back, and they keep me. They tell me they advise me so that hey, I cannot go this year, but I'm gonna be ready probably the next year, so I can leave that space for them too. So like this year, I got 2 girls. They tell me already in December they don't gonna come this year, and I tell I don't got no problem for it.
Okay. Demographic wise, how many women versus men are working here when it's the season to work?
I'll bring probably say 38 to 35 women and maybe 10 men, or maybe 8 men. 40 women, depend. And I bring guys too. They know how to pick. I bring this year. Last year. I bring 1, 2, 3, like 4 guys.
4 guys.
So they picking crabs.
Okay.
But the most is woman because woman is more carefully. They're more. They're stronger. I'm sorry, but they're stronger than us. I see already. I see the way they're working here, and I see people in the construction, women right now. They tough. They good workers.
Can you tell me a little bit about, you were mentioning earlier how when you started here, there was a lot of employees, all types of employees. Can you expand a little bit on that?
Yeah.
How many did
Well,
you guys have?
when I come in here, I miss Terry and Mr. Graham, the owners of this company, and it's a festival for the seafood, and they give me the little card, and they is what they tell me to when I don't got no job or whatever I want. If you want to keep going with the seafood, they give me the card and come in with us and enjoy us. And so when I come in here, you see the room already there. It was full with Americans, Japanese, German, Indians, Cambodia, and never was Puerto Ricans, Cubans, but never Mexicans. I was the first Mexican to work here. So, and when I come in here, I tell them because they was here for another plans. They was bringing Mexicans with H2B workers, and I was thinking they was thinking of future because we was getting older and older, and people die or retirement. They don't want to come and work, so it was an open door that used to be, and so it's the first time when I bring Mexicans here.
Okay. So right now, the majority, would you say, of the employees, what are they when they come in? Are they Mexican, or now is it more the same variety that was once a long time ago?
When we bring the first time Mexicans, we was put on another plan, another company. It's same company, but it's another plan. So because we don't want to mix it, because when you mix it, they get jealous, or it's hard. So it was full here, and we was using another plan over there. We was bringing the first time was 30 people, and then people here start retirement or die people, and we was getting empty here. So what we're bringing here. Then we put it in one place. The Americans and all those people who speak English, and my people on different tables. But later on, probably a month, they mix. They don't want to be like that. They want to be together, so they get friendly to them, and that's good. So that way it was easy.
Okay.
So that way, because we don't got no problem with some people they don't like it, or the way they was speaking, or they was making more money because they was faster. That everything was fine for them.
Okay. One question I have: why is it necessary to be hiring H2B workers versus people that are from here working, or what do you see? Why isn't that a possibility?
Okay, we open the doors for everyone who come and work for picking crabs. Okay, we was doing years who we say we was whoever's coming here, we give you training 3 to 4 weeks so they can learn, so they can stay working. And they come in, they apply probably about one time. The first time they apply probably about 10 or 12 people. I think I not remember, but they stay 2-3 days only. And some people, those I take it out of the pickers because it was a guys too who come and apply, and I take it out of the picking and put it here to label with me, and I keep it, and they go away.
They go away. They don't stay long.
They don't stay longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now I want to move forward with a little bit about the process. Can you tell us a little bit about the process on how to, we're as a consumer, we're eating the crab, but we're so out of touch with how that process works. If you could help us understand that process, that'll be good.
Okay. When we receive this crab, we put in these rims or baskets, and we cook it for 10 minutes for 250 degrees, and with the pressure 15. And say like we get it today, and we chill down in a fence room, and then we put in our cooler, and then with the next morning we come at 4 o'clock in the morning and put on a table for these people so they can process. And they take it. They pick a day probably to 30 to 32 pounds a day in 8 hours. And we was pay, and that time was $3 a pound. Right now we pay about the hour. So that's the process. We got a timer and a weigh up by the hour.
During COVID, we had COVID. Has that impacted the industry itself? Have you seen any impacts because of COVID?
Yes,
Um,
we we don't we don't bring people in that time because COVID, and we wasn't we don't pick. We pick the end of the November. We got a because we don't got a visas either that year, and we apply in October, and we apply for I think 12, and it was at the end of November when they came, and I think that year we pick only like 500 pounds, 500 pounds, because we go at the end of the year too, and it was for us in here. We don't produce crab meat. It impact to us.
in this type of industry, how dangerous is it? Is it a dangerous job? Is it a very safe job? Have you seen accidents occur throughout your years? At any job, things happen, but
Yeah,
how is it on your experience?
we here we don't. Thanks God, and I touch the wood. I don't got no injury with my people, but you can say you move a table and you scratch your finger. You move these rims and you cut your finger. That's not big, but we got that winch in there where we pick it out these rims with the 350 pounds or 300, and you have to be out of the space because those the way the handles sometimes they busted and fell. So I tell my people, don't get on there. Yes, when they pick it up, move out of the way. And you can slide and fail, but nothing, nothing dangerous for right now. We got a machine before. We was doing crab bites. It's like crackhead, but it's a mini bites like the nuggets in a McDonald's. And it was a place coming in and out. And one of my girls, they was putting feet in the machine and get his finger. It was here on the top only. That's the only, but I take it to the hospital and call insurance and everything. But
So then you guys do take care of your
that's
employees.
correct.
When something does happen, you take responsibility and
That's
you'll do what you
I
can.
got this company.
Okay.
We try to do the best for them. It's our they are workers. It's like a family to us because we got already 25, 27 years bring these people, and some of these people they been the old one I think got like 20 years because the other ones stay in Mexico. They don't want to come because they got problems with the families. But right now, the old ones I got to say it's like 20 years coming to us. The other ones 10, 12, different.
How was it for you? Starting from the bottom. Like you're learning the whole profession, and now you're a manager, a plant manager over here. How does it?
I don't know. I was thinking, thanks God
Yeah.
with me all the time because when I came to the plant in North Carolina, I held that company a lot. And those people who came with them, they know me. And then I came into another plant here in Virginia for 2 years. And when I missed Mr. Grant and Terry to this festival, I was working for another seafood. And they invite me to come and work for them. And I was tell those people because my wife, the way she came from Mexico is the way with is a lot of people with the crab houses in there. So I tell those guys sooner or later probably gonna bring people with they used to be in different company if they want to come, and they say anytime you want it because they know me already. So when I go back to my wife's place, and I was tell one or two people I want to bring Mexicans work for seafood, They came to my house
Wow.
right away. I don't need to do nothing. Yes, they know I go down there, and they was ready. So every year they know I go on Christmas, and they go to my place. So they get in line. Thanks God.
Yeah.
So I don't got no problem.
When you talk to them, trying to get them to recruit them over here, some groups, they probably overpromise compensation. They promised, what it means to be out there, and once they get here, it's a whole different story. What's your?
I
how do you
don't
approach-
promise nothing.
Okay.
Yes, only we want to work. I promise work. That's the only can promise, because and I tell it, they know already, because they be with us a lot of time, but they know when we got crabs, when we don't got no crabs. Thanks God, all the time when we bring these people, they make money, and we got work for them, and they know, and I tell it too, when they go to my house to Mexico, when I go on Christmas, uh, they ask me, we want to get visas. I don't know. I tell them, I don't know, but we're gonna be in there, and they say, I tell them sometimes, you want to find somebody else, where they got visas, and you want to come and work for somebody else, free. You got free. You can go whatever you want, but they don't want it. They won't come with me, because say like this year I don't got no visas, then those people go to different place, and say next month they give you visas to us, and I'm gonna bring somebody else. So next year I'm gonna bring the ones who stay with us, and but it's still they are good workers, and I tell whatever you want to do.
When for people that are coming in, when they, let's say you recruit them for 1 year, then the following year, do they get raises, or if they're here for many years, or do they stay with the same wage?
When we was working for Peace Rate, the rate it was the same. The faster you are, the most money you make. But the hour, if I use say like help me here on load of trucks cooking, yeah, we give you a raise, say 50 cents or whatever. But after that, when they start putting the raise, the government get the raise up, I don't need to put a raise on it.
Okay, and that brings me to the next point. How have you seen the U.S. state politics change work on the Eastern Shore?
They they kill us. They change too much, and like right now, I mean, we got like 4 or 5 years. We are getting trouble to. It's harder and harder to get to be workers, and more for the seafood industry. All the companies got to fight. Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, Louisiana, all the seafood, they got a problem. They 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 don't get a H2B. Someone's they get lucky, they get it. But a lot of the companies, you go check in the internet, you're gonna find a lot of crab houses or a lot of seafood places that don't got H2B workers.
And why do you think the government has been tying on that more, putting those restrictions more and more every time?
I think they don't know what they're doing. At least these people coming in here and pay taxes. You know, they do it everything and pay taxes like we are, and and they happy. They come and make money and take money home. And what I tell you, they do taxes like we are, and they know every check they take it out of the state, federal, medical, and federal, and they know every year they make taxes too. So
All right. So now I'm going to pass it to my colleague Vasilios, who's going to be asking more questions and that about the food processes, seafood processes that you could hopefully answer. Okay.
okay,
This is Vasilios. Yeah. So I want to begin my line of questioning. We're talking about where you get your crabs from, right? So, how do you get your crabs? Is it by commercial fishermen? Is it by families? Who typically provides you with the crabs?
this
Are the boats big or small boats? I mean, like like where. Was it like are these big companies that are giving you your crabs? Are there families? Are these small?
no, they're workers. They're not family. The crabbers. You talk about the crabbers.
Yeah, the crabbers, right?
Yeah, they
Are
don't.
they
They don't.
big companies?
No,
Or
they're
family?
their own business license they got. So none of those people is related to the company.
But Are these big boats coming in? Are these smaller?
Yeah, we got a regular boat with a I don't know how big it is, but it's they come in for here and bring you. The pen is they come in buches or barrels, but it's coming two people on the boat, and they use a Caterpillar motor engine, so you see how big is the boat,
Yeah.
strong, and but all these people, when they got crab, they call to the company and ask if we got open door for them, and depend if we got people,
Yeah.
they enjoy to come to us. If not, they sell somebody else.
So the Chesapeake Bay, it's a really important ecosystem for blue crabs. How but and obviously, right, the more blue crabs that people want, right, the less there are in the ecosystem.
Uh-huh.
How have you seen the ecosystem? How what can be done to find a balance between demand for blue crabs, but also providing a sustainable fishery for blue crabs?
I don't know with those. Uh, we're right now with the with seas, crabs is getting less 1 year, some the next year is coming more, and I we the government tried to put a stop to the fishermen to catch the crabs, and this is people thinking with the salt crabs kill the crabs. Someone we got a lot of fish to eat the crabs, so we don't know.
So you've been doing this for a while, right?
Yes.
Have you been noticing that there's been a decline in the amount of crabs you've been getting,
Ye-
generally speaking?
Yeah, that's I don't know. It's the matter natural.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a lot of crabs, sometimes middle crabs, sometimes low crabs. But it's every year you got a few. But like I tell you, last year I think was a good year. I don't know how it started this year good, but right now they think it's slow down. But I don't know. We don't know yet.
And when does the crab season start? So it starts in July.
The season start here March 17th, and I think it's gonna be the end. I think December 1st. I'm not sure about that yet.
And and you typically deal with a lot of hard shells of blue crabs, right?
Uh huh.
Right now it's soft shell crab season. You had told me earlier that this facility doesn't process soft shell crabs anymore. But you also told me this theory that you think that going after soft shells decreases the amount of crabs you're catching overall.
That's what was my thinking, but I'm not sure. So, is I was thinking because we was doing salt crabs here too, and that's hard work for that because you have to take care of those crabs like babies. And I was thinking those salt crabs uh, is like that's the one that produce the crabs. When you kill the crabs, you don't produce no more crabs. But it's the industry in there. It's a lot of people. They like it. So
You had mentioned that soft shell crabs are almost like teenagers, right?
that's right. It's like a
So
teenage there.
when you get rid of the kids of a population,
That's
you
right.
can't expect population to have.
You cannot make more crabs. But everything is the science is the one they tell you get it or not, or you keep going with the market, and it's keep going with the market. So I don't know if they can be the way we don't got no crab much, or that way is a lot of fish in there. They like crabs too.
Yeah.
They can kill it. We don't know. So
Another major. So you also mentioned that when we first started, boats we used to dredge the bottom for crabs, but you said that they put regulations in place for that.
That's right.
To
They
get
put
rid of them.
relation.
So talk about that a little bit
And
more.
when I started here, we was years. We was got about 18 boats, and every boat bring you like 18 barrels. Every barrel is 120 pounds. And we was work. I think I was like 5 years. I was working with that, and after that, they regulated it and they canceled that program. So
What was that about? What year?
probably about 2000, about 2000, 2005,
Five.
something like that. Not sure. but it was a lot of crabs in that time, and with the drought season, they was catching on.
How have you noticed the price of how have you noticed the price of crabs increase or decrease over time? So has the price gone up or down? Like typically speaking.
That's right. When it started the season, all the time the price of the crabs is going to the roof,
Yeah.
and then 2 3 weeks later, the prices start coming down, and especially with this get a sponge on it, and people get it. They don't buy too much. They come into the crab house, and
So-
that's the price. The crab they cannot sell to nowhere to only to the crab house, and they just put the price low.
So from my understanding, the price of the price of per bushel used to be like $30 a couple years, 20 years ago.
Yeah,
Now it's like 200.
that's true. We got when I started here, I remember we buy a basket for $8.
Well, basket of
A
crab.
basket of crab for $8.
Wow.
Right now, it's hard to get it for 30.
And why is the price increased? Because of demand.
The demand, yeah, that's right. The demand.
Um, do you also think? Because I mean, I know you just mentioned earlier that every year the the amount of crabs goes up or down, right? So sometimes just good years, sometimes just bad
By
years.
year, huh?
But overall, though, let's say over the course of 20 years, would you still say that there's less crabs today than there was 20 years ago?
Yes, less crabs.
What do you think?
And another thing, it was say 15 crab houses. Now it's 3, 2.
Wow.
You see the difference, and and that time it was crabs for everybody, and right now it's 2 or 3, and it's hard to get crabs.
Wow.
Yeah,
So that wow. So the businesses around this area have also been affected pretty drastically. It seems like.
yeah, and the another problem is the grabbers too. You lose people. It's hard to get a new generation go to the water and fish crabs
It's hard work.
like before. Yeah, and it's tough work too, and especially you have to get it early in the water. It's cold, and it's a hard work too, and all those people who when I came here, all those guys who went out to the water, I only got one man still fishing. I think he's like 70 years already. He's still
going.
forever. Yeah.
And so there's no young people anymore, huh?
Not much. Not much.
And,
Not much.
And it's because of, I'm guessing, the hard work and just they have better things to be doing.
Or the license, I don't know. The government can make a lot of regulations, and I don't know. Tell the truth, but I think people say like, if my father was a fisherman, I want to be a fisherman. Probably a lot of those people they see in construction or different, or they went to school and they got a different job, so they don't want to enjoy to the water.
How has the state have state environmental agencies regulated the factories at all, like yours, or do they simply or do they only kind of attack the crabbers? Like, do you see what I'm saying? So, like, have there been any environmental regulations put on you guys specifically?
Not to us, to them.
Yeah.
They make meetings, I think, and they go to the meetings and they talk about it and they make regulations, and that's different for us in here.
Are you guys involved at all with those conversations?
I think the owners, yeah,
The
they
owners?
go into because the most regulation you put, less crab you take it out.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's is not working for the company,
And
for the crab house.
what have been some of the more controversial regulations that they've implemented that you guys disagree with, or maybe
What you want? So with the season, when they started and when they stop it,
yeah,
and I think last year they cut it out to December 1st, and they can be to December 14 or 15. That's time, and I think they was try to get it for the March or the April 1st again. I'm not sure about that.
yeah,
I don't get it on into. They do, but not me.
yeah. So I mean, I mean, the longer the season, right, the more money you can make, right?
More the fishermen is the ones. Yeah, the fishermen is the one they want to work. You know, the ones is right now. The one is right now. They want to. Hey, you cut our check. Our life is the water, and you take it out 2 weeks off now,
Uh-huh.
and that's cut his paycheck for the week, for the month.
So now let's talk about kind of what you do with the crab meat, right? So there's crab lump, right? There's jumbo lump,
Jumbo lamb.
right? Describe the difference between those two things.
Okay. The jumbo lamb is the piece of the bottom of the crab is look like a marble, and the lamb is the pieces of the shell
Uh-huh.
on the crab, and you know the jumbo is more expensive than the lamb.
And who do you typically? I mean, who typically buys jumbo lump? Who typically buys the normal?
That's a balance. Some people they want both.
Huh.
Sometimes people want jumbo only, and other people want lamb because it's cheaper, or they do something else with it.
Who do you guys typically sell to? So what type of people do you guys typically sell to? Like distributors? Do you typically sell to restaurants? Who do you?
It's got different distributors and the restaurants. Yeah.
Who's your biggest client?
We got it before it was Cisco,
Cisco.
and we lose Cisco because we don't got H2B workers. We don't got no to give it to them, so we lose it. We was getting Safeway too before, Wegman,
Like as well.
and we lost it.
Interesting. And then I guess kind of one of the last questions I'll ask you is what was I about to say? How it's okay. I'm sorry. So over the course of your career, right, what has been the most drastic change you've kind of seen in the way the industry kind of operates?
Where's the change?
What's the most drastic change?
The way we going is with this government is you don't give it to the H2B people to us visas. We don't go nowhere. We're gonna be close. We're gonna lose everything.
Wow.
The way it is.
And anybody have any questions?
Yeah, we have. Cool. Mention your name. This is Mason. You're from Sinaloa, correct?
My wife. I'm for Tijuana.
Tijuana. Okay, is that on the coast? Or-
No,
But do you get most of?
we're in the west, and Tijuana is on the west.
Okay. But you get most of your workers from Tijuana then?
No, that's for Sinaloa.
That's Sinaloa. So is there already a crab industry there?
That's right.
And so they learn their skills
That
in
is the skill
Sinaloa.
they got. Uh-huh.
So I guess has the crab industry in Sinaloa been affected by how it's going here? Like people leave there to come here?
Not really, because people down there, if you bring, say you go to the one crab house down there, you ask outside and you ask people who wants to come and work to the United States, say you get 10 or 15 people for that company, you take it out of those people for that company. That company is going to get those 15 people the next day and show them how to pick. And especially down there, they pay you, but now they pay you by the kilo, but they don't go by the time. You can stay in there all day, pick 15 kilos, and no problem. You're going to get the money. But here, you pay by the kilo, by the time, it's different. And you pay dollars. Down there, they pay pesos.
Yeah.
So it's not. And especially the companies down there, they pay pesos, but they make dollars because the products coming to the United States. So.
And is the pickers down there, are they also mostly women?
Yeah.
Okay. Has it always been that way?
Tell you, we got people in the first times in 90s. Okay, there was only women picking crabs, and but 10 or 15, I'm not sure how far back they start enjoying the guys picking crabs because you go to the crab house, inside is cold, and you make good money, better than working in the fields. And those guys, they go to the field working and it's hot. And you say you make 150 pesos or 200 pesos a day on the field, and you come in the crab house, you make 500 pesos and you're not in the sun,
Mhm.
what you prefer?
Yeah.
You prefer working on the roof in the cold than working.
So do you think the money that the people that come here, do you think it's significantly like more than what they would make in
Oh, yeah.
Sinaloa? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, say I'm gonna push this way. Say you make $500 a week, okay, and then there you make say $80 or $100.
Yeah.
That's a number only.
But you don't make any promises, like you said. They may not make them, but I feel like the opportunity just to have the chance to make
Yeah,
that
to
much
come
a
in,
week,
but
yeah.
when they come in here, I had to promise they gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
They not gonna stay home. No matter what, the company had to pay them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, only if I think I'm not sure either with a mother natural, like you got hurricane or
Yeah.
something, and they had to take it out the pots out, and we don't catch no crabs. But with the time, say you don't work this week, say you work only 33 hours.
Mm.
And I think the rules right now is you got 12 weeks to compensate that week to make it 40 hours.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So 12 weeks, and those 12 weeks, you have to make amounts of hours for those people. If you don't have that amount of hours, then you have to pay them.
And so long as they're crabbing, you're fishing. So do you guys start work in, you said April, right?
Yeah.
And do you go until December, or?
To November, December, yeah.
And is that why you go back home for
Well,
the
for
Christmas?
Christmas, I go for because my wife. I have to go with
Oh,
my
yeah,
family.
yeah.
I have to visit them, and the season end in December with these people, and they go back, and then when they go back the next day, I'm fly down there too. I go behind them,
Oh,
and
okay. So you're close with them as they're
yeah,
coming here.
yeah, and what I tell you is these people when they come in here, thanks God, every time when they come, they make money. They happy. They happy to come in here. They buy. I tell you, man, when they come in with one luggage, one bag, and they take your 5 or 6 with them. Sometimes those people, we take that truck in there, the refrigeration truck,
Yeah.
we fill it up with bags. I take it, say, 12 or 15 at a time.
Mhm.
Like today, I send it 15, and tomorrow send another 15. The truck is full. And sometimes they say, okay, I want to take these 4 luggage for here, and we pay that transportation for there to Phoenix. They fly here to Phoenix,
Oh,
Arizona,
yeah.
and then we pay a bus from Phoenix to Sinaloa.
Oh, so they don't fly from Sinaloa here.
No.
They drive up to
Uh-huh.
Phoenix.
Say like when they come in for down there to here, they go to the consulate in Hermosillo, Sonora, and they stay 2 days in there.
Okay.
We pay everything. We pay the food, we pay the motel, and everything. And we rent a bus from Sinaloa to Hermosillo to the consul,
Yeah.
and the consul from Hermosillo to Phoenix, another bus. So when they give you the visas, they get on a bus and come into Phoenix, Arizona. So they get an airplane in there. So when they go back, we do the same way here to Phoenix, and we buy the bus from Phoenix to Sinaloa. But when they go back and Phoenix, they get the luggage, and they call for here. They put a group like 12 people, and they rent a van or a bus, a small bus, so they can put all the luggage, and they stop the bus or the van on the Walmart before they go out and buy microwaves, TVs, all the electric stuff because it's cheaper in here than over there.
Yeah.
And that's the way. So when they go back and they cross the border, they ask for the pay taxes. They pay taxes, but still it's cheaper than on air. You know, that's the way they do, and I don't blame you. I do the same thing. You know.
I just have a couple more questions. Has we were talking about how U.S. politics have affected your work here. Have Mexican politics changed anything, either in Sinaloa, but in the whole country?
But down there, not.
Mhm.
It's same thing. The government and they like these people coming here
Really?
because they send money to their families, and that's economic to them.
Red Mesa?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about that. So do they just save up all their pay here and bring it back with them, or are they sending it back? Like, how often do you pay them? Like
by week, by monthly, or
We pay by the week.
by the week? Okay.
Every week, and every week they send money.
How much,
So,
like, proportion?
Say like if they made 500, depend the problems over there,
Uh-huh.
because some people they send money so they can put in a bank over there,
Mhm.
or they live in here, they open accounts in Bank America,
Mhm.
and the end of the year they take it out and send in the money. But sometimes they have to pay electricity, water, gas, like we are here,
Yeah.
but not expensive like here. But they send money for food every week for the kids,
Okay.
for the bus transportation. They can go to school.
Mhm.
So every week they send $200-300 for
Uh,
them. So every $100, you send $50 is $10 to that store
Mhm.
to send those $50. So
It's
you send
$10.
$10.
20%.
Yeah,
Right.
$10.
Goodness.
That's a business for those companies.
Yes.
And sometimes look how smart they are. Sometimes they say, you and you, we put it 300, 300, 300, we send 900, and we pay $10 only. You understand?
Yeah.
So the way those two, you guys don't pay, I pay only. The next week, you pay and we send the same amount of money.
Okay.
But right now, with this system, right now with the internet and everything, they got in the phones, and they send in by the phone
Mhm.
transference, and they charge $3 only.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Huh. Okay. Let me see. You. Yeah.
No,
please.
I have a question. Did you mention that your wife is over there in Mexico, or
She's here.
she's here? Okay.
She's resident.
Okay, she's resident.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I just wanted to see like how difficult is it, for even the workers where like, you interact with them, you talk to them.
Uh-huh.
What are some of the challenges, whether, their families are over there, but they're over here, and what do they say? Like they're here working, obviously, but how does that impact their livelihood, their mental health, their,
Yeah, they don't have another choice, because they cannot, they can survive down there because they can survive. But it's not gonna be like you're gonna have TVs, refrigerator, microwaves. You can get it, but it's gonna be hard. Take your time. Okay. I got people, what I tell you, they got a good houses right now, better than the ones they are down there. They never come to United States. Living better, their kids nice clothes, you know. And when I got these people here too, I got this sometimes we got a, it's not a problem, but it happens. Like when some people here got a, the families down there and somebody die,
Mhm.
say like I'm here and my mom died,
Right.
they need to go. Okay.
Are they allowed to? Like
Yes.
once
You cannot stop them.
when they're here, are they able to mobilize themselves, like move to different locations?
Whatever they want.
So they're not like
You
they're like you can't leave this area right now. You gotta stay here for the 6 months.
No.
Okay.
They free.
They're free.
They come into America free. Okay, they can work. They only can work here because the visa tell to the company to work. But if they don't, if say like we coming from Hermosillo to Phoenix, and they have to get up because we got the airplane ticket already for them. If someone they don't want to jump in the airplane, we can nothing we can do.
Right.
Same way when we send them back, we put in an airplane, and when they go to Phoenix, they can get out the place. They go wherever they want, but they like to come with us. Thanks God,
Yeah.
and they go back and come in every year. Okay, so when those people say like, I'm nice to be working, come and work here, and my mom died, I has to go, and the company never make a stop for that. That they never. They say you have to go. Sometimes and say like we're getting close to Christmas. Say we got a visas for the 18th. Okay, we ask the people if they want to stay or they want to go. Okay, some people they want to stay, so the way one more week is less, one more, it make more, one more check more. But so when these people, somebody died on there, we send them back. We put it all together and we send these people. And when that's over this, do what you had, say like die in August, and she came in April, and we got 3 or 4 months of production.
Mhm.
If she wanna come, she can come.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you tell me a little bit about the owners in here? The actual owners that are, what is their intake about everything that's going on here? Are they involved, or is everything mostly on your end where you're the one that
No,
is
no, no.
charged for-
They're on. I'm charged with those people. It used to be, but the
Okay.
company is on it. Okay.
Okay.
I just bring it. I manage the people,
Yeah.
and if somebody gets sick, I take it to the hospital. I tell one of my guys, hey, take it to the hospital, and then we go on there and see what happened on the hospital. But they are on concerned with the H2B all the time with the papers because they want these people come and work.
Yeah.
So they like it. All the companies like people to come and work, especially when they're hard workers.
And since you've been working here for many years, do you get like health insurance? Do you have,
For the for these people, we got a Obamacare. I think was
okay.
we got to get it on the program, and we ask if they want to do it or not. But it's hard for them to pay extra money for that care if they don't want to get sick for nothing. Instead of pay to this program, say $30 or $40 a month or whatever it is, and they need it over there.
Okay.
Is why they don't use it.
All right, Jose. I think those are the questions for my end. Mason?
Yeah, amazing. So the only thing we really, I guess, have up to cover is like, so you have kids. Do you think they're gonna follow in your footsteps? And do you think any of your children will follow in your footsteps in managing a place like this or managing this place? Or
My kids?
Mhm.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think it's gonna stay on here.
No.
The way it is going, it's gonna be harder.
Yeah. Well, what do you see the future of this specific?
The future, I think, the way it is, no crabbers, no crabs, and no pickers.
It seems like there's more trouble finding crabbers than pickers. Is that correct?
If you got crabbers and you don't got no pickers,
Yeah.
nothing you can do. But you got pickers and you don't got no crabbers, you don't go nowhere.
Do you think it would be possible to bring in, people from Mexico to be crabbers? Is there, because if there's a thing,
I don't know because the fishermen in here, the water first, you need to have a boat. Then you need to show them how to fishermen, and I think the fishermen in here, they're not gonna like it.
yeah, that's true.
That's another policy you got to be on. Okay. So, but this country, man, is beautiful. I like it, but sometimes they don't do it the right way.
Mm.
Like right now with this H2B work, H2B visas. See, seafood is all the time. We are 27, 28 years with the H2B, and now we got 2-3 years we can get it. We cannot get it, and you lose a lot of stuff.
Jose, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? What do you want to do? What are you doing for yourself? Tell me a little bit. You have your own side projects. You're building your way together to be self-entrepreneur. So,
For right now, I hope we're still here because I like it. I like seafood, and it's not. I have to find another job, but maybe it's gonna be a seafood. It's not. It's gonna be a farm. But because we got in Mexico, we got a farm too, so can be a relative with a farmer and a seafood. But it's nothing I can do with the seafood. I wanna look if this place we close in here because the way it's going. I wanna find another seafood and see what is another seafood place and see if not. I have to go with a farmer. There's a lot of farming here too. I see already.
Mm. This farm would be in Mexico, not in the U.S. or
And here.
Oh, you'd be
US.
here. What would you want to go?
No, here in Virginia. There's a lot of farming here in Virginia.
Mm-hmm. But the
It's
one that you were thinking of setting up.
Me with us, the ones that's in Mexico, is I wish to have somebody to buy tomatoes,
Mm-hmm.
squash, or cucumbers, or bell peppers, so we can produce in Mexico and send to here.
Do you guys have any other questions? All right. So I guess the last thing is there anything else you would like to tell us? Anything you think we ought to know?
I thought everything will go well for you guys, and thank you. And I hope you enjoy it. You like this place.
Absolutely.
All right.
so much, Jose.
This is
All
the
right.
end of the interview.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.